again. Okay, it says I am. I don't know why it cut me off the last time, but it did. So um, I'm going without the glasses for a little while, but if it starts weeping and all that, I'm going to put my shades back on. But I just want to use our phenomenal selves to manufacture change because that's what we are. We are instruments of the divine, and we need to be used as instruments at all times, especially now with things that are going on with the so-called murders and crimes and all that. So I'm, always bring in some stretch marks. I say stretch because I really try to push things, try to put all kinds of things in here. So we are phenomenal people. Black men, women here in Arkansas, Little Rock, we are phenomenal people. We built this world, this country, under pressure from the divine and from these people here, these white folks. From the divine, we were given the knowledge to build from our surroundings, the rocks, the grasses, the waters, the weather, all of that, until the Europeans arrived. That pressure was put upon us because they didn't have the knowledge that we had to build and to feed ourselves. It's historical records, so that is there. And the Black Plague is one issue. Somehow they survived it, and it wasn't in Africa, but it was one of the things that happened to Europeans based on what they did know and what they did not know. Okay? So we have the answers right now here today. That hasn't changed over how many millions of years that we've been on the planet. Black people, we have come up with the answers, okay, to all the issues during a time when we are being, when lots of pressure is being put upon us. I mean, incredible amounts of pressure is being put upon us. So what we must do is realize who we are, let's talk to each other. The crimes that are going on, I can put myself, if I make myself a criminal, why would I want to be committing these crimes? Why would I want to steal something? Why would I want to take something or something? It's not the why, I would like to say. It's the availability that we have to make those things happen. Okay? We are available to the divine into making things happen. We are available in the human capacity to make things happen. Okay, so the human capacity has the start of the thing, and which is I would call a lower level, but again, that's always moving from the lowest to the highest. Now we have the divine, this so-called spiritual and all of that we deal with. Okay, so in that we must recognize who we are. Okay, let's speak to each other about whatever issues we are having. I don't care if we're not in business with each other, if all those things that we are not, that the mainstream society is, those are our answers. Okay, it's because they have used the things to their advantage, not using them because they know how to use them, because they're destroying themselves. How you destroy the water and the planet and say you're getting along fine? That's not true. You see, so in the divine sense, we have to say, okay, we're not listening to you all anymore. We're going to make this happen the way it's supposed to happen. When They say there was 100,000 years of nothing but black people on the planet. Okay, so during that time, let's go back to that. Let's use our full capacity brain function and to see how we got along with each other without them having had come into our lives, because we have that brain function, and to just look at ourselves of who we are and what we are all the time, just us. Okay, and that can defend us, protect us, and bring us into a divine aura, energy, because that's what the universe did in the very beginning. It reached out to the people of color and gave us some divine knowledge to uh, move forward and to live in harmony with all the things that are around us, right? So the situation that we have now is the uh, uh, what they call come around, what history repeats itself, last days and all of that. So we have to have more than one side that says the last days and all that. We can say the last days, but the last days of the negative, because the universe in the first days there was nothing but positives. Okay, I know people say what in the Bible people say well Adam, Cain killed Abel and all that, but they were grown men before that happened. In the very beginning, there was the Garden of Eden that was building all the time, just moving and growing and knowing what to do. And that is a very powerful statement. Okay? We can power up through that with ourselves all the time. Always want to be around each other. Always want to be around each other, right? Because they're going to have to follow us with the machines. They're going to keep up with us. They're going to have to try to do something to negate that, okay? Which is their weakness, which is showing us who they really are in this system. If we really want to move forward, we have to focus on ourselves all the time. We don't have to go downtown and to those community meetings all the time anymore. I mean, I'm saying that now, but I have listened to them some in the past last years, and said some things, to myself or just out loud, I would say, about some changes and try to make the changes that way. And now, though, and with the people, what has been saying today, I heard that community meeting thing. All these years, the people, they really don't know how to fix it. They really do not know how. So for us to go and ask them to fix it is useless because they don't know how. What have they prepared for even themselves? You see, because when you say, okay, in West Little Rock, we're going to take all the funding, what does that do? Put people in an uncomfortable situation. Puts the system in an uncompromising situation, which goes to what? Funds going into the wrong area, again, police that we need and don't need, or just the fact that the intimate details of the conversation, of the talk. You see, when we talk to one another, we can't have them saying, well, they don't understand what we're going through and what we do and all of that. You see, when we talk to each other, we don't have to talk that way. The answers that when we talk to each other is going to be so powerful and so divine that they cannot stop it. You see? So as public as this may be, it may be a very difficult thing for us to turn around and do, because I see people of color as the most beautiful people, most intelligent people, and we're in the most beautiful place to be, to make that a truth, a reality, because we're in Little Rock, Arkansas. We have the diamonds, we have food and all of that, right? Pressure, the bills, changing climates. That means that we have to know things all the time. And so the universe has all kinds of energy going around here in Little Rock, Arkansas. All kinds of energy. Seasons, just growth, everything. So what does that mean? That the people have that same energy. So when we start to speak with each other, to speak with each other super duper intelligently. Everything we do, we because I've done this too. Okay, we take our programs or plans that we have. I call them lifestyle exchanges, and we go to get downtown, knowing that they're supposed to be the people that distribute the money. Okay, we have that love in us, although we have the history of them not doing anything for us. Very little for them. Let me not say anything, but very little. And yet we'll go down there again, knowing the money is there, knowing the funding is there, knowing that they have used it for them on that end when they got the money. And I heard the brother talk about the budgets. Brother Rob, $169 million. Oh my. Is that big? Hopefully the numbers I said correctly, so I leave those numbers away. But the brother brought those numbers in. And for a city of 3 million people, that's a huge budget. It's ridiculously huge. Okay? Now, so again, when we talk to each other, because that's how the world was built from the very beginning. Black people got together and looked at each other and respected one another and built the most beautiful things ever, even during slavery. We were together. But yet we did. We built. Did we not maintain the society even under slavery? Because the people knew who we are. They know we have the answers. Even when they was enslaving us, they knew when they got over here, these people were intelligent enough, strong enough to do that because although they tried to teach us, treat us like animals, but they knew the animals were more intelligent than they are as well. Because they use animals for their livelihood or whatever they are. So, in this, what you would call a sick sense, the recognition of that comes through because they know they are not as useful in the society as the black person or so-called animal in the natural resource, because we are the ultimate natural resource. We've been used throughout time as the natural resource ever since we've been in this country, ever since we've been on the planet. We have been used as a natural resource, so we have the information in our full brain capacity. Total recall in that. Let's unite. We have the computerized systems, the phones, whatever else communication device that we need. Let's pick those up and begin to use them. Because I gave an idea for using the phones to protect yourself and to look out for the old people and call and so when something's going on. You see, they did that against what I'm doing now. See, people are riding around right now, following me, reporting where I am and doing all kind of crazy stuff, and I've shown that, right? You see, so they will listen to us in any capacity. I can even use just those small things, me as an example, and I'm going to put myself out there even more so for the people to show us, to show them, to show the world that we are intelligent enough and we are moving in that energy right now. Okay? The schools issue, the jobs issue. See, jobs issue here, they don't know how to bring jobs. When we say jobs, we're talking about some intellectual jobs. See, we need intellectual jobs. We don't need no bullshit jobs anymore. Just like they passed the ordinance to get this come and go, Pizza Hut, restaurants. See, those are jobs. We need careers, things that move us forward. Okay. Now, in that, I'm going to use the president himself. Okay. Now, the president